What's going on, world? I Chosen One Stories. I train mind, body, soul, and I'm here for you, and I'm here for a loving, better tomorrow. Man, I got a quick little story. Someone's view of something could be totally different from a view of someone else's, and this is something I experienced. I'm going to lead you to God. I'm going to lead you to positive things and not towards negative things. Truth of the matter is, I got into a debate with somebody who was trying to tell me fasting is bad. It's bad for the body, it's bad for this, but that was his view. My view, proof in the pudding, is if fasting is named in the Bible, do you think it's bad for you? No, man. And if fasting is bad for you, why am I so cut, big, and ripped and athletic? Because it's good for you. But I'm not going to argue back and forth. But just remember, someone's view of something doesn't mean it's correct. It doesn't mean you're getting the whole story. But the truth of the matter is proof, facts, and evidence. What's the proof? You know what I mean? Like, bro, my testosterone levels at 49 are triple of what a normal 49-year-old's is. So is it good for you? Yes, it is. If it's in the Bible and it tells you it gets you closer to God, with me telling you I'm a chosen one and I have these gifts, is it good for you? Yes. But someone's view is going to be different. Man, let's talk about God's grace. I'm always going to talk about God's grace, spiritual warfare. I'm going to lead you to God and not away from God. But remember, I am a career and habitual criminal. I was a drug addict for a long time, known for junkie stunts. I was known as Sam I Am, but I was also known as Scam I Am. I used to put so much effort into some things. Some of my peeps used to be like, bro, how do you even think of things like this? So we're going to talk about God's grace, man. I was supposed to get a life sentence in Florida, but yet I didn't. I was released to Colorado custody to do a life sentence, but I wasn't. So I had to admit to picking up a certain amount of drugs on 2 charges, and I had to admit to a lot. But because I had a lawyer, they worked the deal out, so I was released because Colorado told Florida they got me. No matter what, I'm going to prison. So when I get to Florida, man, and I get sentenced, and Colorado comes to pick me up. And the judge tells me, like, hey, have fun on that trip. Well, they thought I was going to be on a van. Come to find out, a witness in Colorado literally knew my background and was asking for protection if I ever were to get out. And so they took me on an airplane. And that's going to be a totally different, because I felt like Hannibal Lecter. But I'm going to talk about that at another time. What I want to talk about is going in front of the judge in Colorado. I didn't help him with the case. Keep your, you know what I mean? That's the convict code. But truth of the matter is, man, I was supposed to get a life sentence, and I ended up receiving 8 years. When that judge sentenced me, he literally said, good luck getting out. And I literally look at my lawyer, and I'm like, what's that mean? And my lawyer goes, you were a fugitive. They had to come get you in Florida. You are a flight risk. You're never going to get out of Colorado prison on parole. Man, okay, mindset. Remember, I thought I was supposed to get a life sentence. Now I got 8 years. I talked about this before. I was happy. 8 years? Shoot, why not? Oh, yes. But when I was in prison, man, there was a behavior modification program called Pier 1 that used to come to the prison that I was at. And I wanted change anyways. As soon as I got to Colorado prison, I literally was telling people, like telling staff, whoever I could talk to, I need help. I need help because what I've been doing for a long time just ain't working. It definitely ain't working. If you continue to go to rehab, psych wards, prison, and jail, it ain't working for you. Whatever you got in your noggin ain't working. So I asked for help. So when I would go to these things and I would say, hey, would you take me on when I got out? And they were like, what kind of medication you on? And I told them I was on Thorazine. And I remember one of I forgot his name, but he was like, Bubba, we cannot accept you with that medication. And, you know, I had to announce to everybody. But there was certain people in the Colorado prison system that believed in me, who saw that I wanted to change, saw that certain things, but they would hold me accountable. Being held accountable in a TC program in prison is seriously difficult, because people think you trying them. Like, you trying to do this. Like, oh, well, you think you better than this. But nah, people will hold me accountable, and I took it to heart, man. And remember, I was a flight risk. So when I kept going to the psychiatrist to be like, yo, give me a chance to get off this mess, they were like, nope, 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 nope. But yet, my actions spoke louder than words, not only to the counselors, but to the inmates and to the staff, like anybody and everybody, because people literally stuck up for me and told the psychiatrist, if this guy wants to get off medication, give him a chance. He's out here meditating, he's stretching. Bro, I would get up Saturday and Sunday mornings before anybody was up, so I can do what I needed to do positively, because I was trying to change. And so I had a buddies of mine who held me accountable. You know, like, if on Thorazine, you do the Thorazine shuffle, means you're kind of like, you know, sedated. And well, they finally gave me a chance, man. They gave me a chance, and I excelled. And now, through my actions, you know what I mean? Like, even when you're in prison, I had to learn to not react impulsively. So it takes a lot for me to react. So if I do react, it means you put your hands on me, or you're trying to take advantage of me in some sort of way. But I was literally, it would have to take a lot. You know what I mean? I was tried, and I never allowed someone to do it. But you'll hear how I take a step back. It takes a lot for me to get mad. It takes a lot for me to have to react in a certain way. But I kept it on check, and I excelled in the TC program. Then Pier 1, the behavior modification program, said that they would accept me. Now, reminded, my lawyer, the judge, says, good luck getting out. Truth of the matter is, I was paroled. God's grace is real. I was in prison, and God showed grace. What's grace mean? I didn't deserve that, but he gave it to me, and I'll take it any which way, because it saved my life. God is good. God has shown me straight up that he's in my life. And me being the chosen one makes more sense. Like I said, I should have did all them years in Colorado prison, and I didn't. Through the grace of God, I was sent to a behavior modification program. The only one in the United States. If I would have got locked up in Florida, I would have never had that chance. God sent me to Colorado to do my time, and I got accepted into a program that changed my life, which I'm going to talk about so many different things that happened in this program, because it made me aware. What I thought was normal, it's not normal, man. Not normal at all. And if you think, I want to change what people think of what normal is. Like, yo, that's just normal. Like, nah, bro. A lot of the stuff we be thinking as a criminal, as an addict, like, bro, that's not normal for normal people. And it's kind of, I remember someone telling me, like, oh, you want brownie points just for being a civilian. Like, which is true, man. You know, going to work, paying, but that's just what life is, you know what I mean? But putting a smile on your face, doing it, man, it means a lot. If you don't believe in God's grace, spiritual warfare, remember, let's do it. I was blinded, but I'm cool now. I can see. Someone put a gun, but shot the dude behind me. Someone told me to stand up in church, and I did, and they gave a prophetic word. I have so many instances that I've stayed in my life, that things that make you go, listen for more, because there's a lot more coming up. God has been in my life, and it makes more sense, me being as a chosen one. You're going to hear case after case where I should be locked up, or I should be dead, or, I mean, so many bad things that could have happened in my life, but God kept it 100 with me, even though I was a sinner. Even though I didn't deserve the grace of God, he gave it to me so I can be here for you. Now remember, I'm going to have some products, some t-shirts, and some stuff for sale. Most of it's going to be donated towards felons, homeless, and helping people get on the right road. This is not a game. I just talked about being held accountable. Hold me accountable. I can hold myself accountable. God already told. I'm getting goosebumps. I've already shown God that what I'm going to do with this money, because he's going to bless me regardless. I've already seen the road, and I already know I have the heart of giving. Like, I'm not like, oh, I can get 5. No, bro, I'm good. I'm going to make a difference in life. I promise you that. Stay tuned, stay up, stay blessed.